Few bands have captured the imagination quite like Pink Floyd. With a career that spans decades and a legacy built on bold innovation, soulful artistic exploration, and breathtaking live performances, Pink Floyd remains a monumental pillar in rock history. Their name itself, coined by founding member Syd Barrett by blending the names of blues musicians Pink Anderson and Floyd Council, is as enigmatic and unforgettable as the music they created. Allow me to take you on an immersive journey through the history, sound, and visual genius of Pink Floyd that is interwoven with moments of profound drama, heartbreak, and enduring triumph. The genesis of a musical revolution. In the mid-1960s, as the world was swept up in the transformative counterculture movement, a group of visionary musicians came together to form what would soon become one of the most innovative bands in rock history. Pink Floyd was born out of an era when experimentation was celebrated and boundaries were meant to be pushed. The key members, Syd Barrett, Roger Waters, David Gilmour, Richard Wright, and Nick Mason, each brought unique talents to the fold, fusing a fearless approach to music with an unquenchable thirst for artistic discovery. Syd Barrett, the band's original frontman and creative spark, infused their debut album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, 1967, with whimsical, surreal lyrics and experimental sounds that captured the essence of the 1960s psychedelic scene.
Got a flip-top, pack of cigarettes in the pocket, feeling good at the top, shopping at shops. She's walking in the sunshine town, feeling very cool. With the butchers and the bakers and the supermarket stores, getting everything she wants from the supermarket store.
With swirling guitar riffs, vivid sonic textures, and a kaleidoscopic view of life, Barrett's vision made it clear that Pink Floyd was destined to challenge conventional musical boundaries. The blossoming of a psychedelic sound. As the 1960s unfolded, Pink Floyd's initial sound became inseparable from the vibrant counterculture movement. Under Syd Barrett's guidance, the band delved into experimental soundscapes, elaborate light displays, and unconventional stage designs transformed each show into a vibrant tapestry of sight and sound. Barrett's contributions on The Piper at the Gates of Dawn and the follow-up, A Saucerful of Secrets, 1968, are remembered fondly by those who witnessed the band's early magic. Songs like Astronomy Damen and Interstellar Overdrive showcased his visionary genius and solidified Pink Floyd as trailblazers in the psychedelic movement. Even as these early successes illuminated the band's potential, personal struggles began to cast a long shadow over their bright beginnings. The heartbreaking turn, Syd Barrett's departure. The exuberant spark that Syd Barrett provided came at a tragic cost. By the time A Saucerful of Secrets was being recorded, Barrett's mental health had begun to deteriorate, likely a result of heavy LSD use coupled with underlying psychological vulnerabilities. His unpredictable behavior on stage, such as staring blankly, repetitively playing a single chord, or at times not playing at all, made live performances and recording sessions increasingly challenging. In early 1968, to keep the music alive, the band introduced David Gilmour as a second guitarist. However, it soon became painfully clear that Syd Barrett could no longer fulfill his role within the band. The decision to part ways with their original visionary was heart-wrenching, marking not just the end of an era, but also the beginning of a transformative chapter for Pink Floyd. With Barrett's departure in 1968, Pink Floyd began an extraordinary evolution from psychedelic rock to the expansive realm of progressive rock. The band's journey through this musical metamorphosis is a story of rebirth, a bittersweet transformation that resonated with fans who had grown alongside them. Their subsequent albums became milestones in rock history. Umaguma, 1969, and Atom Heart Mother, 1970, albums that showcase bold experimentation and further refine their sound. Metal, 1971, an album that hinted at the monumental ideas that would soon redefine the genre. The Dark Side of the Moon, 1973, perhaps the pinnacle of Pink Floyd's artistic journey, a conceptual masterpiece that remains one of the best-selling albums of all time. Its intricate musical arrangements, thoughtful lyrics, and innovative production techniques created a listening experience that touched the hearts of millions.
Was desperate to get out.
The album's exploration of human emotion, time, and mental struggle continues to resonate deeply with an audience that appreciates both its musical genius and its timeless philosophical reflections. Wish You Were Here, 1975, a heartfelt tribute to Syd Barrett, brimming with melancholic melodies and poignant reflections on absence, loss, and the fleeting nature of brilliance.
Wish You Were Here. What's the story behind that song?
It's one of those strange songs that came to me very easily because David Gilmour had been playing the riff, bang, dang, dang, and I'd been listening to it and going, what's that? And he played it again. I said, play that again. So I learned it. And I said, and then what happens? And he said, no, that's it. It was all about absence. And it was to some extent about the loss of Syd Barrett, who had succumbed to mental illness 7 or 8 years before.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain.
Animals, 1977, and The Wall, 1979, albums that illustrated Roger Waters' growing influence and the band's commitment to crafting immersive, narrative-driven works. The Wall, in particular, is a sprawling exploration of isolation, personal conflict, and societal alienation, a work that echoes with the complexities of life and loss, the price of greatness, internal struggles, and heartache. The success and innovation of Pink Floyd were inextricably linked with internal conflict and personal sacrifice. As the band matured, the seeds of creative tension began to sprout, particularly as Roger Waters' influence grew stronger. His determination to embed deeply personal and political themes into every note sometimes clashed with the more organic, exploratory instincts of his bandmates, notably David Gilmour and Richard Wright. This internal strife reached a climax in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Waters' increasing dominance over the creative process not only pushed Richard Wright out during the making of The Wall, but also ignited bitter conflicts with David Gilmour. The tension became so intense that by 1985, Waters decided to leave the band altogether, proclaiming that Pink Floyd was finished. Although he eventually lost a legal battle that attempted to prevent Gilmour and Nick Mason from using the Pink Floyd name, the resulting fallout left scars that have never fully healed. Occasional reunions, such as the memorable performance at Live 8 in 2005, provided fleeting moments of reconciliation. But the personal and creative divisions have remained a poignant part of the band's story. The toll of time, loss, and legacy. As the years turned into decades, the personal toll on Pink Floyd's members became increasingly evident. The band's narrative is as much a tale of musical triumph as it is one of loss and the inexorable passage of time. Syd Barrett's passing. After a life of reclusive solitude following his departure in 1968, Syd Barrett passed away on July 7, 2006, at the age of 60 due to complications from diabetes. His early contributions and enigmatic spirit continue to haunt the annals of rock history, evoking both sorrow and a bittersweet sense of wonder. Richard Wright's passing. On September 15, 2008, Pink Floyd lost Richard Wright, whose lush, atmospheric keyboard work was integral to the band's distinctive sound. Wright's quiet genius and his ability to create soundscapes that touch the soul left an irreplaceable void, one that underscored the true cost of artistic brilliance. In 2014, Pink Floyd released The Endless River, a largely instrumental and ambient album derived from unreleased recordings made during the sessions for the Division Bell, 1994. This final offering served as a tender farewell, a tribute not only to Richard Wright, but also to the enduring spirit of the band itself. With the haunting track Louder Than Words reflecting on their long and tumultuous journey, David Gilmour and Nick Mason confirmed that this album would be the final chapter in the Pink Floyd saga.
The largest reason is, with Rick having died, it just seemed appropriate that we should gather together pieces of music that we have all made together, but especially that has him playing the way only he can play on, and giving that out or releasing that to the fans.
For those of us who have witnessed the unfolding of decades and seen the transformation of the musical landscape, Pink Floyd represents a powerful reminder of art's ability to capture the essence of human experience. Their journey, a blend of brilliant innovation, searing personal conflict, and profound artistic expression, continues to echo in the hearts of fans, particularly those who have lived through the changes and challenges of the latter half of the 20th century. Even as new generations discover the magic of Wish You Were Here, the introspective allure of The Dark Side of the Moon, or the cinematic grandeur of The Wall, the legacy of Pink Floyd remains a poignant emblem of creativity, resilience, and the bittersweet passage of time. Their music is a testament to the beauty of imperfection, the inevitability of change, and the enduring power of a shared human experience. Reflections on a storied past and a bittersweet present. Even the infamous internal feuds, such as the long-standing conflict between Roger Waters and David Gilmour, serve as a reminder that even the greatest artistic collaborations are not immune to the challenges of human nature. Recent tensions, escalating in 2023 with public disputes and culminating in a significant financial agreement in October 2024 to sell their music catalog for $400 million, highlight the complex interplay between art, ego, and the passage of time. For those who have journeyed through life's many ups and downs, the story of Pink Floyd resonates on a deeply personal level. It is a narrative of transformation, of dreams both fulfilled and deferred, and of the eternal quest to create something transcendent. Their music, with its haunting melodies and evocative imagery, becomes more than just sound. It becomes a companion through the years, a mirror reflecting both the joys and sorrows of a long, eventful life. Pink Floyd's legacy isn't just in record sales, it's in the hearts of millions. Their music blends sound and vision, weaving stories that speak to the soul. From the haunting echoes of The Dark Side of the Moon to the raw emotion of Wish You Were Here and the cinematic power of The Wall, Pink Floyd's music continues to inspire and a reminder that every loss sparks a new beginning.